in order to defend their territories in Bengal. Territories in Bengal. They made Awadh. They made Awadh the buffer state. They made Awadh the buffer state against Marathas. Against Marathas. Full stop. Same point. In this arrangement, the buffer states were required. In this arrangement, the buffer states were required to maintain the forces of the British. Maintain the forces of the British at their own expenses, but the army was controlled by the British. अगर आर्मी ब्रिटिशर्स कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं तो what do you people think? Who will be controlling the internal matters? Britishers. Imran Khan is sitting on the Pakistan's Prime Minister chair. Fine, good, keep on sitting. We are not concerned. But who is calling the shots? Bajwa. Yes. The commander-in-chief of the Pakistan army, he is calling the shots. Imran Khan has just made a face कि भाई तू बैठा रहे और तू बैठा रहे साथ में, ताकि कोई और हम ये ना कि डिक्टेटर बन गए, ये बन गए, वो बन गए. Otherwise, Imran Khan has actually no power. तो ब्रिटिशर्स ने भी सिमिलरली सेम आइडिया फॉलो करा. They told the ruler कि भाई तू बैठा रहे, बस सब लोगों को लगना चाहिए कि तू बैठा हुआ है. Otherwise, everything was being controlled by the Britishers. Everybody has seen that movie Veer. Yes, sir. अरे तुमने ये देखी है? You people haven't watched वो वाले शतरंज के खिलाड़ी. I had an observation to make, but I'm not refraining myself. I was once also a fan, लेकिन हाँ धीरे धीरे when I became mature, थोड़ा PhD ये सब होने लग गया, तो then I also started realizing things. So the point is, वीर के अंदर क्या होता है? That there is a British resident who has been appointed. ठीक है? अब वो सलमान खान और उसका शायद भाई आता है ना, and they come to the territory of Jackie Shroff. अब वो क्या है, उनको अपना स्टेट गेस्ट बनाने के लिए भी Jackie Shroff actually had to take the permission of the British resident, right? So this is how exactly you can see that the Britishers were calling the shots in these particular states. So indirectly, they actually conquered all the areas. So that is what we need to understand, right? It's indirect annexation. So this is about your ring fence policy. Just add one more line in the conclusion. The next policy of subsidiary alliance, was an extension. The next policy of subsidiary alliance was an extension of this ring fence policy. Right? So that is what we need to understand. Next subheading is subsidiary alliance. Right? Subsidiary alliance as a topic is very important from the prelims perspective also. Right? It's very, very important from the prelims, because in the exam once, what they did is they actually gave a question. Kya question tha? Consider the following points about subsidiary alliance. Okay. So when you get that particular question in the exam, you should be equipped to answer this. और सारे के सारे एस्पेक्ट्स आपको उसके पता होने चाहिए, बिकॉज सब्सिडरी अलायंस वाज एन एक्सटेंशन ऑफ द रिंग फेंस पॉलिसी. So when it is an extension of the ring fence policy, more and more clauses were actually added in this particular alliance. कि ब्रिटिशर्स ने अपना रेसिडेंट रखना स्टार्ट कर दिया. These are some of the clauses which I am telling you. रेसिडेंट रखना स्टार्ट कर दिया. They started telling the states कि आप कोई भी फॉरेन रिलेशंस हमारी इजाजत के बिना मेंटेन नहीं कर सकते हो. That is what another clause started to get in. साथ साथ में they also said that if you want to wage war against anyone, you have to take our permission. So in all, everything was being controlled by the British even more as compared to the ring fence policy. और ऐसा क्यों हुआ? Because you see, coming towards your 1800s, Britishers were now growing more and more confident because they were able to conquer your Mysore, they were able to conquer your some parts of Maratha, right? Bengal पूरा काफी हद तक उन्होंने कैप्चर कर लिया है, and various other parts of India they were able to kind of stamp their authority over. तो कॉन्फिडेंस ग्रो हो गया. जैसे आपका कॉन्फिडेंस ग्रो होता है तो यू स्टार्ट नाउ डूइंग थिंग्स योर ओन मैनर. एक बैट्समैन है, राइट? व्हेन ही कम्स टू द क्रीज तो टेंटेटिव होता है, बॉल जा रही है, ऐसे ऐसे डांस कर रहा है. So when he becomes comfortable on the crease, just like the Britishers were now becoming, so he will start playing his shots अपने तरीके से. Then the commentator says he's toying with the bowling. तो उसी तरह now the Britishers were now trying to kind of put across their own terms and conditions because they were now in a much more powerful position. Of doctrine of lapse तक आते आते they will be even more powerful as compared to this particular policy also. वो जितने ज्यादा पावरफुल होते जाएंगे उनकी पॉलिसीज में वो एग्जैक्टली रिफ्लेक्ट होता जाएगा, राइट? योर कॉन्फिडेंस ग्रोज, राइट? नहीं, बात सच है नहीं है? जब आपको कॉन्फिडेंस ग्रो होता है यू आर एबल टू एक्चुअली डू एनीथिंग. अगर इफ आई एम ड्राइविंग, सपोजली आई एम ड्राइविंग अ कार, स्टार्ट करा मैंने कार ड्राइव करना, सो यू स्टार्ट ऑफ बाय मारुति 800 से. लाइक आई एम टेलिंग अबाउट माय टाइम, आई स्टार्टेड ऑफ विद मारुति 800. धीरे धीरे करके कॉलेज गए, दूसरी कार ली, कॉन्फिडेंस अभी कम है, ऑफिस आना स्टार्ट करा, दूसरी कार. अब तो क्या है, भाई गाड़ी तेरा भाई चलाएगा, तो अब पापा गाड़ी की चाबी दो, उनके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है वो देंगे नहीं देंगे. बट आई कैन नाउ ऑल्सो ड्राइव एनी कार. लाइक हाँ, वो उन पे पापा के मूड पर डिपेंड करता है कि वो देंगे नहीं देंगे, बट आई हैव द कॉन्फिडेंस ऑफ ड्राइविंग इवन हिज फॉर्च्यूनर. तो ये एक इंपॉर्टेंट आइडिया है. दिस इज हाउ एग्जैक्टली योर कॉन्फिडेंस ग्रोज. So this is how what is reflected in the British terms and conditions also. Have anybody has heard about the Trojan War? जहाँ पर पूरे horses होते हैं. Yes. So this subsidiary alliance was a kind of a Trojan tactic. कैसे कि पूरे horse के अंदर बैठ के वो आ जाते हैं. Nobody knows कि वो आ रहे हैं. और अंदर जाके they started to kind of control everything. They wage a war. So Britishers also made a backdoor entry. And they then controlled everything of that particular kingdom, right? King को सामने बिठा दिया, but they were now controlling everything of his kingdom. So that was your subsidiary alliance, right? First of all, let's see the questions for consideration. कि हमें कैसे कैसे questions इसके अंदर से हम देख सकते हैं. Questions for consideration. ये तो अभी initial part है. When we come towards your 1857, your socio-cultural reform movements. So my way of teaching is little different from what you might have encountered till now. That कोई भी topic होता है, I'll try and suggest कि इस वाले topic में से ये चीजों पे ज्यादा focus रखना है, right? So you people are fine with this, or you will do it on your own? Okay, fine. Please. Questions for consideration या फिर important points to consider. Important points to consider. Fine. First is who started this policy? This is very, very important. क्या होता है, 3-4 चीजें हिस्ट्री के अंदर which are very confusing कि who started it. जैसे एक subsidiary alliance, एक doctrine of lapse, और एक थोड़ा हटके एग्जांपल है Jainism. People think Jainism was started by. Yes, that is what I wanted to hear. It was not started by Mahavir Jain. It was actually made more famous by Mahavir Jain. It was started during the time of first Tirthankar known as Rishabdev, right? So this is how exactly UPSC plays. एक और चीज होती है UPSC how it plays. UPSC एक मूवमेंट है गांधी का 1942 क्विट इंडिया मूवमेंट. UPSC ने एक बार एक लाइन दे दिया उसके अंदर that 1942 quit India movement was started by Gandhi. Right? Most of the people were like, yeah, it was started by Gandhi. But that was not correct. Why, Vipin? Why it was not correct? That Quit India movement was started by Gandhi. Point is that the Quit India movement was initiated by Gandhi. August 8th was the time when the Quit India resolution was passed. We will see all this. If I teach you that, we'll see all this. And August 9, basically in the midnight of August 9, all these important leaders were actually captured by the Britishers. They were jailed by the Britishers, arrested by the Britishers. So the movement was actually leaderless. So it was only initiated by Gandhi. The whole idea of Quit India movement was initiated by Gandhi, but it was not started by Gandhi. So this is how exactly UPSC plays with these kind of subtle ideas. So this is what we need to actually encounter in the classes also. What was the question? Who started this policy? Second question, which is important, is the states which accepted this policy, the states which accepted this policy. ये वाला जो क्वेश्चन है, आई एम लीविंग इट टू यू पीपल, यू आर गोइंग टू शो इट टू मी. तुमने कैसे करा है और उसको करने का तरीका आई जस्ट टेल यू. अपनी मन की आंखों से देखना तो इंडिया का मैप ही दिखेगा, राइट? नीचे से थोड़ा बहुत इंडिया दिख सकता है, राइट? या आई नो. जस्ट टेक अ मैप ऑफ इंडिया. या तो स्टेंसिल है या नॉर्मल मैप है. सो व्हाट डू बी, या ऐसा एक मैप ले लिया इंडिया का. तो उसमें जो जो स्टेट्स आए हैं विद इन द एम्बिट ऑफ द सब्सिडरी अलायंस, यू आर गोइंग टू राइट दैट अलोंग विद द ईयर, क्रोनोलॉजिकल ऑर्डर कि कौन कौन से स्टेट्स हैव बीन इनिशिएटेड इनटू द सब्सिडरी अलायंस. जो सेकंड क्वेश्चन की जो रिक्वायरमेंट है, दैट शुड बी फुलफिल्ड लाइक दिस. एंड देन यू पीपल आर फ्री टू एक्चुअली शो इट टू मी. आई कैन check it for you people and give my feedback on that. Take a map of India, take a stencil. मेरा जो suggestion है ना, what we used to do in school and colleges, we used to actually take a stencil. Stencil से क्या होता था? You don't have to go to the market again and again. एक बार stencil आ गया, so कहीं भी पेज पे stencil रखा, you make the map, then you start drawing things. So it makes my task easier. तो यहीं पर तुम लोग भी कर सकते हो. You can actually buy a stencil. अभी तो subsidiary alliance के अंदर है, और उसके बाद when we come to the doctrine of lapse, then also it is required. I'll tell you to mark the states which actually came under the doctrine of lapse on a map of India. तो इस तरीके से तुम्हें दिमाग में रहेगा. Reading something and visualizing something, they are both aspects of learning, and more importantly in UPSC. That is why I'm telling you to do this particular exercise. Okay, मुझे गर्मी बहुत लग रही है यहाँ पे. फैन नहीं यार, फैन से मुझे ना इरिटेशन होता है. AC चला लो दोनों. I'm fine with that. Okay, fine. Third question is advantages to the British, and disadvantages to the Indian rulers. Right? That is the third question. Fourth question is background to the implementation of this policy. Background to the implementation of this policy. Implementation of the policy on a full scale. Implementation of the policy on a full scale. And finally, the next to the last question would be conditions under this particular policy. Conditions under this particular policy, right? So these are certain questions which you people need to see whenever you are reading about subsidiary alliance, right? So let's start writing. Anybody has any other idea कि background क्या था इसका? कुछ कोई बोलना चाह रहा है, बताना चाह रहा है? नहीं. So what I'll do is I'll tell you how exactly to go about the classes. So whenever you people are coming to the class, I'll tell you beforehand in the previous class what you need to read. Okay? Or what we are going to discuss in the next class. So say hoga kya? You people are going to read that thing at your homes and then you are going to come to the class. So समझने में भी आसानी रहेगी and then उसके साथ साथ you will be able to interact more in the class. The whole idea of starting the offline class in such a pandemic is more and more interaction. जब interaction ही नहीं होगा तो you could have actually sit at home and do your online classes. So be more interactive, right? Okay, fine. Let's do this. Fine. First point is the subsidiary alliance. The subsidiary alliance was used by Lord Wellesley. Was used by Lord Wellesley. Was used by Lord Wellesley to build an empire in India. To build an empire in India. To build an empire in India, full stop. But he was not the first person. He was not the first person to implement this policy. To implement this policy as the credit to its starting. The credit to its starting goes to the French governor. Lord Dupleix. French governor Lord Dupleix, comma, when he started giving his forces to Indian rulers. When he started giving his forces to the Indian rulers to fight their wars. Right? So that is the basic idea. थोड़ा से अलग है, but I'll tell you a book which I was reading recently. The book was The Magnificent Maharaja. So it was on the Maharaja of Patiala who accepted this subsidiary alliance. तो अब हुआ क्या? This is a little anecdote कि subsidiary alliance की वजह से होता क्या था. महाराजा ऑफ पटियाला ने subsidiary alliance को accept कर लिया. अब करने के लिए कुछ भी नहीं है. लाइफ में करने के लिए कुछ भी नहीं है. Army is controlled by the British. ठीक है. Administration overall is controlled by the British. What you are going to do? You are just going to chill around. ठीक है. Yeah, you are absolutely going to chill around. So in that particular book, अगर कभी तुम्हें online थोड़े से उसके 2-3 pages, because I can't discuss the kind of activities that particular Maharaja actually got indulged in. लेकिन the point is subsidiary alliance actually made these Indian rulers almost good for nothing. They were just marrying more and more. They were just ordering more and more cars. They were just ordering more and more expensive wines. Palaces बना रहे हैं. So all these things, wasteful expenditure was being done by these particular rulers, because through the subsidiary alliance, the Britishers were now indirectly the kings of that particular territory, right? एंड रूलर्स कैन नॉट क्वेश्चन देयर अथॉरिटी. अगर रूलर्स को क्वेश्चन करा रूलर्स ने ब्रिटिशर्स की अथॉरिटी, तो ब्रिटिशर्स विल से they will just kick him out like they did to Wajid Ali Shah of Awadh in 1856. Wajid Ali Shah started questioning Britishers कि भाई तुम कर क्या रहे हो. अब ब्रिटिशर्स ने क्या करा, पूरा का पूरा उसके अगेंस्ट में एक ऐसी चीज फैला दी कि ये इंसान की वजह से पूरा जो अवध का किंगडम है वो बहुत ज्यादा सफर कर रहा है, ये कुछ नहीं कर रहा है, ये सिर्फ पूरा उसका पूरा का पूरा वाजिद अली शाह का उन्होंने टाइम टेबल ब्रिटिश गवर्नर को दे दिया. ये सुबह उठता है, नमाज पढ़ता है, फिर सो जाता है खाने के बाद, उसके बाद फिर उठता है, नमाज पढ़ता है, फिर पतंगबाजी करता है, ठीक है, फिर सो जाता है, फिर उठता है, नमाज पढ़ता है, फिर उसके बाद मुर्गों की फाइट करवाता है, ये सब करवाता है, फिर सो जाता है. देन ऐसे ऐसे करके रात को वो क्या करता है, पूरा टाइम इंडल्जेस इन क्रॉस ड्रेसिंग. ठीक है, तो पूरा क्रॉस ड्रेस करके ही यूज्ड टू डांस. ही वाज आल्सो वेरी मच इंटरेस्टेड इन हैविंग कैट्स एज हिज पेट्स. तो पूरा टाइम टेबल उसका लिख के देते हैं ब्रिटिश गवर्नर जनरल को. वो ब्रिटिश गवर्नर जनरल तो वहां पर देखने आया नहीं है. तो वो क्या होता है, द गवर्नर जनरल थिंक्स दैट दिस पर्टिकुलर किंग is good for nothing, so let's kick him out. So they just kick the Maharaja of Awadh out. So what you need to do is you just need to comply by what the Britishers are telling you to do. Otherwise you will be left with nothing. और तुमने एक चीज और देखी होगी, मीर कासिम, बैटल ऑफ बक्सर. उसको देख के तो मुझे बड़ा ही दुख भी होता है और हंसी भी आती है. सो इनलैंड ड्यूटीज जो उसने पूरा का पूरा एबॉलिश कर दिया था टू मेक द इंडियन ट्रेडर्स एंड द ब्रिटिश ट्रेडर्स कम एट द सेम लेवल. तो उसके बाद ब्रिटिश को आ गया गुस्सा, उन्होंने उठा के उसको फेंक दिया, राइट. तो एंड इट इज सेड दैट मीर कासिम व्हेन ही डाइड he was in extreme level of poverty because he had nowhere to go. That is what the Britishers actually do to you if you don't listen to them. So all these Maharajas and everyone, Nizam hai, ye sab hai. Has anybody been to Hyderabad? Biryani is fine, like not the paradise one. Shadab is the best one. So Hyderabad Nizam also accepted this subsidiary alliance. He also had nothing to do. So what he did is he ordered Rolls Royce, जो कार्स थे, और उनको उसने, अब उसका पूरा गैरेज है निजाम पैलेस में, उसका पूरे गैरेज के अंदर देयर आर अराउंड मेनी रोल्स रॉयस, और कोई भी रोल्स रॉयस अप्रोक्सीमेटली 700 किलोमीटर से ऊपर चली ही नहीं है. दैट इज व्हाट दे वर स्पेंडिंग देयर मनी ऑन इंस्टेड ऑफ helping the poor people out. That is what the kings were not doing because the Britishers never wanted them to do any sort of work. अगर वो कुछ करेंगे, so then the Britishers will stop them. Because Britishers only wanted to make profit for themselves. They were not concerned with the common people. If the Britishers were so concerned with the common people, we would have avoided the 1943 Bengal famine. So it is very interesting to note that when the Australians and the Americans, they were trying to help us during the Bengal famine of 1943, I think the British Prime Minister Winston Churchill at that particular point of time said कि जो भी ships आ रहे हैं, उसके wheat के, राइस के, जो भी ships आ रहे हैं, उन ships को instead of going towards India, you should divert these ships to England. Future में कभी use आएंगे, because the world war was going on. They said future में कभी use आएंगे. अरे future में तो use आएंगे, you need them right now in India. So that was the mentality of the Britishers, and that mentality was reflected in these particular alliances, right? What was the point?
The forces to Indian rulers to fight their wars.
To fight the wars. Okay, fine. Second point is, there were certain conditions. There were certain conditions under this system. There were certain conditions under this system, like A. This is the second main point, uska subsidiary point A. Like A, the British troops will be permanently stationed inside that particular kingdom, and the king had to pay and the king had to pay for its maintenance. King had to pay for its maintenance. अब होता क्या था? If the king was quite prosperous, if the kingdom was big, then what they used to do is they used to give some point of territory to the Britishers. Okay, keep this particular territory. इसके ऊपर जो भी revenue आता है, that is yours, right? Supposedly this is the kingdom. इसका कुछ part they will going to go to the Britishers. ठीक है? Permanently they are going to cede this territory to the Britishers. और जो भी इस land का revenue है, that is going directly into the hands of the Britishers, right? तो ये एक सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग पॉइंट है. अगर तुम यहां पर देख सकते हो तो एक चीज है दैट द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ डुअल गवर्नमेंट वाज स्टिल कंटिन्यूइंग. ब्रिटिशर्स आर्मी संभाल रहे हैं, उन्होंने किंग को बोल दिया है कि तुम एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन संभालो. कहां से संभालो? यू डोंट हैव द मनी, सो दे आर जस्ट लाइक बिकमिंग योर मीर जाफर. दैट द किंग हैड ऑल द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज विदाउट मनी and the Britishers, they had all the money without any responsibility. So that is the thing which is happening right now also. ठीक है? The Britishers got all the resources. वो अपनी आर्मी के अंदर कहते थे कि हमें ये वाले गन्स चाहिए, ये और ज्यादा मॉडर्न इनोवेशंस हैं, ये करना है, हमें ये करना है. तो टाइम टू टाइम अपने फालतू के खर्चों के लिए they used to take money from the kings, right? Forcefully. So king was not able to kind of do anything for the common people. So the sufferers in this dual arrangement again were the common people of that particular kingdom, and that is what we need to understand, right? Okay, they had to pay for the maintenance. Point number B of the conditions: the Indian ruler also had to station a British resident in his court. Full stop. समझे ना? मतलब कि एक इंसान को तुमने सारे वहां के एक फॉरेन अफेयर्स के लिए बिठा दिया. अब जब उसके हाथ में आर्मी है तो वो क्या चुप रहेगा? इंटरनल मैटर्स के अंदर भी ही विल बी इंटरफेयरिंग. सो दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम व्हिच इज गोइंग टू अकर विद द ब्रिटिशर्स. सो आई वाज जस्ट डूइंग सम चैप्टर ऑन इन माय थीसिस जहां पे जेंडर स्पेसिफिक रोल्स. अब क्या होता है, मोस्ट ऑफ द फेमिनिस्ट, एक जो फेमिनिज्म है ना, आई हैव द प्रॉब्लम विद फेमिनिज्म. सो फेमिनिज्म इज आल्सो पार्ट ऑफ योर पेपर नंबर 2, women issues in the society. I find a problem with feminism. Right? Feminism, do people have any problem with the feminism which is going on in the right? क्या problem? हाँ, कोई नहीं. We need to have a very rational argument. Okay. Okay. Anyone else want to pitch in with the argument here? Interact.
No sir, सही हो रहा है. मतलब women को at least equal opportunities तो मिलनी चाहिए ना. आज भी education ही मिल रही है. That's wrong sir.
Okay.
हाँ, कुछ ऐसे हैं सर, लेकिन उनके लिए सबको नहीं हो सकता.
और वो वाला तो प्रोवोकिंग करने का ना, वो काफी अटैक करता है बाकी लोगों पे अटैक करता है. तो उनको लगता है कि एक्चुअली फैमिली तो ये सर देखिए फ्लोरिज्म ऐसे ज्यादा बढ़ रहा है. उनको लगता है कि मेरे को नीचे रखना स्कूल. तो पहले वेस्ट में था, धीरे से वो इंडिया आ रहा है. पहले आप देखेंगे आज से 4-5 साल पहले का कोई वेस्ट का यूट्यूबर देखिए, वो इस बारे में बात करता था. आप देखिए इंडियन यूट्यूबर इस बारे में बात करते हैं. ये फ्लोरिज्म इंडिया में आ रहा है.
The problem I have with feminism is that feminism is only very cosmetic. I'll tell you how. I'll just give you an example. ठीक है, थोड़ा सा अलग है, थोड़ा और इंटरेस्टिंग बनाने के लिए, क्योंकि इससे हमारा पेपर नंबर 2 का एक और पोर्शन पूरा का पूरा हाईलाइट होगा. पॉइंट यहाँ पर ये है that once in college, I won't take the name or anything of anyone. I'll just tell you the incident. Once in college, there was this girl. Second year में हम कितने years के होते हैं? 20. We are about to reach, say 20, right? So this girl was getting married to some very rich person in your Middle East. right? Yes. I'm talking about when I started teaching in college. So what happens is, I told her to actually tell her to the parents to the यार अभी I'm not the correct age to get married, so you should defer this. No, parents were not actually interested. Then I was like, this should not happen because the girl actually wanted to study more. And you all know, once, like in most of the cases, when you get married to some person in Middle East, tend to get exploited. 90% cases में exploitation के लिए ही यहाँ से you take women. I was studying a case study of old Hyderabad. So these sheikhs and everyone, they come to India, they get married. He will be kind of getting it more. They tend to get married to the poor people of the society, and they exploit these girls and then throw them away. So because they are not educated, girls are not exactly very educated. So education is the most important tool. It liberalizes you. So parents did not say anything. I went to my fellow professors, seniors, feminists, claiming to be feminist. They were like, "हम क्या कर सकते हैं इसमें?" I was shocked. I was like, your feminism is only bordered on the cosmetic feminism. You are not coming across to help, but you are only shouting कि हाँ हमारे को ये रात को 12 बजे तक घर से बाहर नहीं रहने दिया जा रहा, right? कि हमें ये नहीं करने दिया जा रहा. But where is your feminism when it comes to stand up for someone? So I didn't, okay, fine. I said, okay, fine. You don't do anything, I'll do. So I started telling her, don't do this, don't do that. So one day her parents came. So the parents came, they went to the vice chancellor, and vice chancellor called my father. I was like, yaar, gaya. Lekin my father, surprisingly, I never had a discussion with him. मेरे को लगा डांट पड़ेगी. He said he's not doing anything wrong. He's correct in this particular idea. If you want him to teach, he will teach. Otherwise, I'm taking him with me. I don't want him to stay here. So वो एक पूरा था. Then the vice chancellor, she became little थोड़ा कम हो गई. Okay, fine, बच्चे ऐसे मत करो, उनकी मर्जी है, ये सब है. So this is the problem I have with feminism. Right? I teach feminism. I'm doing my thesis on feminism, but the point is they don't stand when it matters the most, right? So that is the biggest problem. So pseudo feminism, as he said, is prevailing in some parts. And if you go 25 kilometers away from Delhi, all this feminism ke ideas, they are only in your mind. You won't see anything. Women are still inside their houses. They are not allowed anything. तो ये सब चीज है. ये सब मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ क्योंकि जेंडर स्पेसिफिक रोल्स के बारे में है ना. सो आई वाज जस्ट लिसनिंग टू वन ऑफ द टॉक्स. तो जेंडर स्पेसिफिक रोल्स के अंदर ये बात बहुत इंटरेस्टिंगली बात करी गई थी कि जेंडर स्पेसिफिक रोल्स नीड टू बी मेंटेन थोड़े बहुत. अब क्या होता है, दिस वाज इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट ऑफ पैंडेमिक, बिकॉज द मेन आर स्टेइंग एट होम, so they will interfere in the working of the households, and we are not equipped to actually interfere in the working of the households. Our mothers, our sisters, our wives, sisters are not exactly, but our wives, they actually know how to run the household. वही चला रहे हैं. So that was the basic idea. Specific roles are being designated to everyone. So that was the talk that they should be adhering to this particular idea. इसी जगह से I was just telling you.
क्या आपको जेंडर स्पेसिफिक बहुत सारा